Hey there folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business. Welcome back to the channel. Today in QuickBooks Point of Sale, we are going to explore how you would actually pay your sales tax, the sales tax that you are collecting in QuickBooks Point of Sale from hopefully each and every sale that requires tax be collected. Because you gotta pay the man. That's why, right? So, before we jump into paying sales tax, I'm going to have you click on the link down in the description below to get over to our QuickBooks Point of Sale Facebook group, which is a wonderful community full of, I don't know, over 1,000 store owners and QuickBooks Point of Sale users just like you who would be happy to dialogue about anything you're wondering about, training, questions, errors, whatever. Go ahead and post it up in there and I'll see you over there. We will be happy to help you out. And if you're on YouTube today, don't forget to hit subscribe so you get all the latest, greatest QuickBooks Point of Sale videos coming at you all the time. So, in some previous videos, we walked through how to do reports on your sales tax and take a look at what's being taxed and what's not being taxed and what's happening on each receipt, and that's just kind of a view to let you know what's happening in your point of sale. But when it comes to actually paying your sales tax to either your state or county or city or parish or province or who knows, whatever you got to do to pay your sales tax, this is what you're going to do. We're actually going to flip over to QuickBooks Accounting, and of course you have your QuickBooks Point of Sale hooked up to your QuickBooks Accounting because you want to save yourself a ton of time, right? And work and bookkeeping. And so a lot of this information gets sent over automatically. But then what do? So you go to QuickBooks Accounting here, and we're going to take a sneak peek at some of your liabilities and sales tax. You're going to go on your reports menu down to sales, or I'm sorry, not sales, that's point of sale where you do that. You're actually going to go to vendors and payables. And then we're heading down to sales tax liability. I am going to point out that there is another sales tax report here called sales tax revenue summary. And that's just going to show you your gross amount of sales on taxable items. And so it doesn't really give you a view on taxes per se. It just tells you the revenue that was taxable. So a gross amount there. Now, I'm going to click sales tax liability. And it is going to tell me that I had some taxable sales that had a 0% rate. You can ignore that. That's under the line here. And that's because I was screwing around in point of sale. So you can just ignore that. You're not probably going to have a POS sales tax at 0% if you've set everything up correctly. Pretty much you can ignore everything under this second gray line because they don't have tax vendors and there's no taxes to be paid under that gray line. So up here at the top, I'm going to point out that it's a very tiny amount because we are only looking at November here. And so that is set for last month. First, I am going to choose for a date. I'm going to choose the last calendar year, which is going to have a large amount of sales, for me anyway, because this is my little sandbox. And so we got $2,943.46 in total taxable sales last year, and we had the tax rate of 7.125%. And so you can see a total sales tax payable over here, $229.08. So that's just a quick look at a large amount. Now I'm going to switch to this calendar year, and I wanted to do this so I could point out that some of you may have multiple locations that you are taxing to, like maybe they're different counties or cities and you have to charge a different tax rate. So here you can see that I've done, it's a much smaller amount because I didn't do that many pretend sales this year, but we've got $136.26 that were charged a 7.125. And then you'll notice that I have a $17 sale that was charged 7.25. But these are both still landing in the Minnesota Department of Revenue bucket. And you can see our total over here that we would pay the Minnesota Department of Revenue is going to be $240.02. So that is our total liability to pay Minnesota on the sales tax. And this is the reporting format. Now, if you really actually want to go ahead and pay them, This is for the entire year. You can see, of course, the year's not over yet, but this is for the whole year this year. And you could, if you're doing quarterly, of course, you're going to want to choose this calendar quarterly or specific dates so you can figure that out. Now, if you really want to pay that state, you are going to go under the vendors menu to sales tax, and then you are going to say, hey, let's pay sales tax. It is right here. Pay sales tax. It's going to bring up a screen, and you're going to pay special attention to the dates here. We're going to show sales tax due through 11/30. I could do it through 12/31, which is in the future actually, so that's a little weird. Be careful there. But as long as you paid last quarter, the quarter before, or last year, the year before, this is always just going to show the stuff that hasn't been paid yet. And so we can see here the total is $240.02. Now, if you're going to log in and pay online with your state, then you can go ahead and do that and check these. And then you're going to, if you're paying online, you're not paying through a check, you're going to uncheck this because you're not going to print the check. And you're going to say like something up here like EFT or whatever, electronic funds transfer or ACH or whatever. And you're going to hit OK to record this payment. Now, if you actually are going to print it out and put it in an envelope, then you're going to say, hey, we need the check to be printed. This will put it into the queue for printing checks, which is a totally different screen that you're hopefully aware of in QuickBooks accounting, where you print all the checks out at once so that it just happens in a sequential order with your check numbers being sequential. Anyway, long story short, this is the screen. You're going to check what you're paying and you're going to hit OK. It's going to record the payment, and then you decide whether you're printing a check or you're just recording the payment because maybe you did it online. Okay, I hope that wasn't too much. I hope you understood. This totally matches our report in the background, $240.02. So that is what we are paying. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business. Thanks for coming along and paying your sales tax because you don't want the man getting you down. You have yourself an excellent day. All right, bye-bye.